Hello.
Sorry. I thought it was one clap. They did two. They threw me off. They didn't tell me to. They set me up. Y'all.
Glad you're participating, though.
They set me up.
I think he's the first person who's ever attempted it, though. No one's ever done it with us. No one's ever done it with us. This is the first.
I was like, yeah. There's a few people like we start to do it, and they're like,
oh, what are we supposed to do?
Like, what memo did I miss?
But hello, welcome back to the
back.
Sneaky League podcast. I am Elaina.
I'm Janelle.
I'm Heather.
Oh, she's back on the Heather this week.
I'm Heather, yes.
Heather.
And we have a very special guest this time, you guys. A good friend of ours. Some of you know him as Cousteau. Some of you know as Jacques Slade. But what do you refer to yourself as? What do you like?
What are your pronouns?
I just called myself Jacques Slade.
Okay.
Cousteau was like the high school, and like when you created your accounts, and so I just kept everything as there. And I just love how like nice y'all are when you say your names. Like in real life though, y'all feel like y'all a little more gritty. y'all being like extra cute for the podcast. She was like,
I feel like I definitely
Elaine, and she was like, Janelle, Heather. These are not the same three women that I was just in this room with.
It's like the telephone voice kicks in.
It is, yeah.
Literally,
We're at work.
Goes off a little
Clocked
bit.
in.
But it's so funny because when I think about it, I don't know how else. Like when I introduce myself to people, I don't know if I'm like, "Hey, I'm Elaina." Like I don't know how I sound.
See, like that's who I met. I met Elaina. Podcast. It was like, I'm Elaina. It's like,
me.
okay, it's a different kind of podcast. Okay, all right. I see where we're going now.
Oh, this is gonna be a funny one. I can tell.
This is going to be funny.
I am dead. Okay, it's a new week, you guys. It's Monday.
New week.
Post week 2 Coachella.
Post week 2 Coachella.
None of us went this week, so we don't really have a catch up on that. But before we get into it, do you want to let them know, Janelle?
Before we get started, as always, I don't edit these episodes for nothing. Please go watch us on YouTube, okay? Sneaky Link Pod. And follow us on Instagram at Sneaky Link Pod. And subscribe to us on all of our streaming platforms.
Please and thank you.
Apple Podcast and Spotify. Sneaky Link Podcast. There you go.
Woo-hoo.
All right.
Yeah, support the podcast.
Yeah, I was looking at your YouTube and I was like, damn, he got 1.31 million subscribers.
He got a plaque.
Ooh.
He has a plaque.
Yeah.
And that work.
Yeah, Coco.
He's trying so hard to get in there.
Coco's like, look, this podcast at my house. So
You at
it's
my
my
house.
podcast.
He always
you.
doing
I feel
the
you.
most.
We got
on in.
company.
But let's get into it. What are we wearing today, guys? Henny? Heather, start us off.
It's my first time not wearing sneakers on the pod.
I know.
Yeah, you know, because I'll be wearing that other shit. So.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I want to wear slippers one day or something stupid.
Yeah.
I've been wearing Crocs on here.
Yeah, you wear Crocs all the time on here, actually, now that I think about it. But got me some Prada loafers on, some shiny ones, too. These make me feel like I'm in a jazz band.
And her dancing shoes. Those are her dancing shoes.
Yeah.
What instrument are you playing?
I play the saxophone. But I'm really like a woodwind girl, and like I'm really developed. So like the clarinet, the flute.
I knew it was going to
I played the clarinet.
I used to play the flute.
I used to play the clarinet.
Feel
We
me?
can form a jazz band.
We really could.
The Sneaky League Jazz Band.
Yeah.
There you go.
That would be
I love
kind
it.
of fire, actually.
I'm kind of here for that.
But yeah, just that. Pants, don't know, fast fashion. Don't hate me.
Don't hate me.
A dozen crew neck. I like this. Shout outs to Khan on the New Era. Yeah, he gifted it to us. Well, to me when he came on the pod. So thank you for letting me have it. He was like very hesitant at first too. He's like, "Are you sure you're gonna wear it? Because it cost a lot of money." I'm like,
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
I promise I'll wear it, Khan. I promise.
It was a really good, I like that hat, but I didn't want the New York on it. I want an LA one.
Was it
Yeah.
only New York that he did?
No, I think
he has LA ones.
Yeah.
I think he has LA ones, yeah.
But yeah, the turquoise goes hard on
Shout
them.
outs to Khan. Thank you
looks
so
dope.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a dope hat.
Sir.
What do you got on?
Today.
Just 95.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna insert the clip
We
so
have
you
like
don't.
afterwards.
Yeah. We do a thing.
Afterwards, we'll film the shoes. He's like, this
You don't gotta do it like that.
So I'm wearing 95 Silver Bullet Air Max 95s. These pants, black jeans. I don't know where they're from.
Fire.
And then this is a Nike Sportswear track and field crew neck. It has like a little split for
that thing's cool.
Like when you're actually supposed to run in it, it keeps you cool.
Yeah, get some breeze in
it's
there.
It's functional.
I'm wearing it to look cool. And then the Ray-Ban Meta glasses.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, those have little
like the little cameras.
Cameras in
Yo, that's fire. That is.
Yeah,
I used to have Snapchat glasses like that.
I remember those.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
So like it records.
It can. Yeah, it can do like there's a little button right here. And you can hit it and it'll record for like
Do
a
you
minute.
shoot content with those ever? Have you?
I do every once in a while. They're my prescription, so I just wear them as glasses as well.
Wow.
But every once in a while, like if I go to an event, because it gives me like a cool like POV.
Yeah, that is fire.
Shot.
Yeah.
I use them mostly though as like AirPods basically because they have Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
They have a microphone.
My friend let me try his on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
I'm amazed right now.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. So you like take calls and like if you're on a call, you can just talk to somebody and like your hands are free
through your glasses.
That's cool.
That's some Men in Black shit for real.
I didn't know that was a thing.
And honestly, they're not that expensive. They're only like $300.
Yeah, that's very affordable.
Yeah, that's not crazy at all.
Yeah. So if you wear for me, I wear glasses, so it kind of makes sense.
I'm supposed to wear glasses. I never do.
Henny can't see shit.
I've seen enough.
I've seen enough. Yes.
I've seen enough, and I just choose not to wear my glasses. Like I can't even see that. Like barely.
Okay.
Barely. Okay. Yeah, I'm blind.
So then maybe you should get you some, and then you.
Yeah, but it's sometimes.
See, I'm crazy.
Like when you drive, I need it when I drive. For real.
Do you wear them when you drive?
It says on my license I'm supposed to.
Okay. All right.
Corrective lenses.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're not gonna tell on ourselves today. Okay. All right.
So we are coming off 420 weekend. So I am wearing Cheech and Chong Dunk High SBs.
So nice.
Love these. I've worn them a good amount of times, but not a lot. I
not enough to.
Yeah, and I clearly don't skate in them. So.
Clearly.
But I still I've been saying this every time I wear them. Like I want to cut them open because it's like the green under here.
Yeah.
But I just have not. I'm scared because I'm like, what if I hate it?
Do you have skunks too?
I don't. I need them, dude. Like there was somebody I seen. I think it was like SB. Was it SB Freak or whatever his Instagram name is? And he had like all like the 420 SBs, and he was like, I don't have the Cheech and Chongs. I was like, the only ones I have are the Cheech and Chongs.
Man,
you should get a Dremel and just kind of go over.
Yeah, kind of go over it. Yeah,
and it'll be like your own unique thing too.
That's true. See, because I don't want it like super like ripped open, but I think just slightly worn down.
You have one of those little nail things, don't you?
I do. I have a nail.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I imagine that's the same.
Yeah,
it's basically the same thing.
I actually
let my nails with one of those.
I used to let Skate use my nail drill when he was doing those Levi 4s. Do you remember when he was
perfect.
So like he was kind of doing by hand, and then I was like, I have a nail drill, and he started doing it with a nail drill.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect.
It really is so funny.
So it's probably just the same thing as a Dremel.
Yeah, it is
honestly.
Same Coco. But I got on some Levi 550s. Love these. I think I've been wearing these a lot lately, and a kind of vintagey zigzag tee.
Nice.
Zigzag man. Like on my stoner shit right now.
She said 420 every day.
Yes.
So I have on my Rookie of the Years.
So good.
I adore these shoes. They were one of the most comfortable ones that I have. This is also one of the few pairs that I've paid resale for. I think I paid like almost $400 for these.
Did you?
Yeah,
damn.
They're expensive.
How far after they came out, or how long?
Oh, I got these during the pandemic.
What year did they come out?
I feel like those are pre-pandemic though.
No, these are. I think they're like
20.
They might have been before.
2019, maybe.
I feel like they're 2019ish.
They are 18.
Okay.
18.
What month?
Oh wow, these are 5.5. I thought they were 6.5.
Does it have the date in there?
Oh yeah. 6/06/18.
Okay, summer release.
7/11/18.
So they released at the end of the year then, because usually
probably
the end of 2018, beginning of 2019.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-pandemic. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I think
really good.
they're one of the most very good quality
absolutely.
ones as well. Yeah. I love these a lot.
Yeah.
And it came with a red lace, no?
Yes, but I don't think I got. Actually, no, I think I did. But yeah, nice. A lot. I also have on Levi jeans. I don't know if these are 500. What's the text say?
501s.
I'm 501.
501.
I know. And a Disney crop top. Well, I
was gonna
made
say
it a crop top. No,
It's
I made it a
cute.
crop top. It was a hoodie. I cropped it from one of my favorite rides, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, because I am.
Is that the one we went to?
Yes.
What do they be singing? Nothing can stop us now.
We're gonna make it happen.
Have you been? You haven't been on the ride.
I have not.
Everyone sings it.
It's
Like,
a really cool ride, but that song plays
Yeah,
throughout the whole
it's
thing. And
just-
once you
have y'all
leave,
seen
it's
that
like,
TikTok?
Yes.
Oh my God.
God,
yeah.
it's like once that song's in your head,
It's just
nothing
always
can stop us now.
Wow.
The first
So
time
do
I
you
went
all
on
go
it.
to Disney? I've only been.
I've only
Yeah.
been once, but I experienced that with
Yeah,
them.
we
I
had
would-
to
We
take
took
her
it
on
for
the
her
ride.
birthday last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like the ultimate Disney tour
definitely
guide.
is.
Like you got
Yeah,
all
I
the
can
tips and
be,
tricks.
you
and
For
all the
sure.
things that we should
I
and
like
should
to
not
think
do.
I am sometimes. I don't do much though, to be honest.
don't ride
but
rides.
I don't really go.
Yeah, she don't ride rides. I thought that was weird.
Come on.
Like, well, what do you do?
Everyone always asks me this. I go for the ambiance. I go to hang out with my
Vibes.
friends.
The food is fire.
The food, to shop. And the rides will just always be there. I don't feel like I need to go on them all the time. I don't go to Disney for the rides. Like
Okay.
I look at Disney differently than most people do anyways. And
I mean,
yeah, you know.
As much as you go to Disney, I
Yeah.
mean, at some point, you're like, I've been here and
Yeah,
I've
like, I
done this before.
don't-
Now
like,
I'm
how
here
evolved.
for the people. Yeah, I'm here for the folk.
But with coming back off of that, let's get into our weekly catch up. And you went to Club 33 again.
I did go to Club 33 again. Shout out to my best friend Francis. It was his birthday, and yeah, he got reservations to get us into Club 33 for his 31st birthday. And it was really cool. We did the dinner service again. It was really nice. I'm still coming off from like being Coachella sick, so like I couldn't even finish my food there because I felt like I was gonna throw up. Like
Dude,
I was just
so many people
like,
got sick this last
over
week.
it. I was
post-Coachella.
like, okay. So they ended up boxing my food up for me, so that was nice. But it was still a really good time. No,
I saw that Bobby Hundreds posted a picture at Club 33, I think with his girlfriend over the weekend too. So y'all could have been there at the same time.
dying to go to
Oh, I
Club
didn't know
33.
that. Dang, I wish I would have
Club
saw
33
it.
Okay, I'm
is.
about to show my ass. What's Club 33?
It's the Soho House of Disney.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
it's like
the
a
Soho
Soho
House
House.
of Disney.
Yeah,
Like
so
you have to
it's-
be invited
yeah.
or be a member.
You had to be a member, and then you have to be invited from a member to be able
get
to
there.
go to this club. So it's just like it's like a lounge. There's a lounge set up, and there's like a dinner service that they hold. And it's basically where Walt wanted to like conduct his meetings, just have something private, but still like in the park.
In the park, okay.
And you know, just to make it more like luxury and stuff.
Got it.
It's really expensive to be a member
And
as
y'all
well.
say you're a member?
I'm not a member.
She gets invited.
It's
he
like a
found
crazy
someone
waiting
with-
list.
Oh, yeah.
right?
It's like
And
almost 10
It's giving New
years.
World
and is it
Order,
not
to be
25
honest.
Like 25K, 30K a year annually.
Yeah, something like that. But I think like the initial is like
It's expensive.
$100.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this some for real power shit.
Yeah, no, it's
power.
very much
Yeah.
expensive.
I mean, Janelle
and
got
to
it.
even get ahead
it.
of the list, like you have to get like recommended too. So it's a whole process. I don't think I'm ever gonna touch, but I like knowing people that have them too.
Okay, all right. Well,
It's like it's right outside of Pirates of the Caribbean in like the New Orleans Square. There's like a little door and you'll see a 33 and you're like, oh, this is it.
I heard if you're a member, you can go underground and see where Walt is frozen.
The
That's what I
rumors are
heard.
crazy.
That
Did
was-
you see that on TikTok or something?
I just made it up.
I thought she was like, if you're
No,
a member,
because
you can kill people. I was like, oh, damn.
There's a sacrifice underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
People
goat
really-
blood. the
He's
whole
frozen
thing.
under there.
Okay.
He froze himself.
He froze himself.
The
Okay.
Done with
This
you.
is a cold game.
I mean, they say Walt froze himself, bro. I believe it.
Anyways,
Yeah, that's what the
what else
streets
did
are
I
saying.
do?
That's what the streets are saying. Exactly.
What the streets
That's
are
what the
saying
streets,
about
yeah.
Walt.
Yesterday though, I went to this a festival of books
I
at
saw that. That was
USC.
cute.
It was so freaking fun. It was like Coachella for books,
That's cute.
like a book con,
It looked
if you will.
really
People should read more.
I seen you
I
got
like that.
Dance of Dragons.
Yeah, I got three
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones books. One of the last booths that we went to, they were like, if you can fill up a box and everything in the box will be $25.
Oh wow!
So I was like,
that.
fuck yeah! I didn't get as much as I wanted because we came towards the end of the day, so I think a lot of good stuff was taken. But oh my god, I got like three of the Game of Thrones books. I don't know which ones I got. I know I didn't get the first one. I just seen Dance
of Dragons. I didn't see the titles in it because I was looking. I was like, what book she get?
Like Crows or something too, and
I don't know, but those were the come ups though because I really want to like read the books and I just haven't yet. But I got like
I'm still reading the first book.
I got like later. Maybe like 7 books on top of what I had in the box too. So nice. I got a lot to read right now. But what did everyone else do this week?
My week was really boring. I didn't do nothing.
I was
crazy.
chilling, same. Same.
Did you do anything fun?
What did you do this week? Weren't you just in Paris?
I was.
Were you?
Oh, oui. That's fire.
Yeah, I was there with Nike for the launch of like the Olympic stuff.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah. You got to be on that trip. Yeah. I think Brandon Dunn was on that trip too, actually.
Yeah, BD
he was. That's right.
Yeah, Brendan Dunn went. John Kim was there. A lot of the women from Together were there.
Okay.
Sports women that are in sports.
Fire.
Yeah, it was good. It was a cool trip. It was a really nice trip. Got to see some of the.
Did they do? Yeah.
A lot of stuff for like the athlete stuff. It was very athlete specific. So we got to see like kits and jerseys and cleats and
how do
and
you
shoes.
feel then about the women's track and field?
Olympic outfit?
One piece.
Outfit thingy. You know, we talked about it last episode.
When I was there, honestly, I didn't really lock into it just because it wasn't like it just wasn't top of mind for me. I was like looking at like the jerseys and like, I was like, one piece. I was like, oh, okay. That what do you wear? I didn't really like
hyper focus on the crotch area.
Yeah. I guess that's the best way to. Yeah, I wasn't like, excuse me. That is.
Yeah, he's like, what is this?
Yeah. No, I didn't see it, but afterwards, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like that feels like that's a little more. That's cut a little different.
Yeah.
It's a different cut. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I get it, but I imagine. So the weird thing for me though is that a lot of this stuff that they do, they have women wear them and try them out.
Yeah.
And like the fit, the whole nine, like how it looks. And you would imagine someone would say something.
That's actually really true. Yeah.
And if they haven't, and if they didn't say something, that speaks to something else. And like, that's something that Nike needs to fix, because if they have these athletes that are wearing things or that are testing out things for them and they're afraid to speak up and honestly say what they feel about something,
that part.
Then that's a problem. And that's something that they need to rectify. They need to rectify right away, because it's only going to lead to more controversies like this.
Like what we got.
Like, did a man design it? Did a woman design it? Like all of that kind of.
And what kind of women were even wear testing it too?
Yeah.
Like we said last episode, not all labias are the same.
They're not.
I imagine that's true. So, but that's something I would definitely think, they need to go back to trace back the steps and see like, okay, who was wearing this, who was trying it out.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they don't, if they're afraid to speak up and maybe even speak to those people who wear tested it and be like, is this something you notice? And if so, like, what prevented you from saying something about it?
Right.
Because that's something that we need to obviously address in the future. But
that's a really good point, because I think it was just like the images dropped of that, and it was just kind of like the backlash and the outcry and the women just being like, this, the cut, this and that. But like nobody really thinks about like, well, at what point along the way of making this did somebody drop the ball, or like where did this go awry?
I mean, we see that a lot of times though, like with like certain T-shirts that came out, and remember the Crenshaw Skate Club shirts.
Oh yeah.
They had to go through so many things before they actually get so many approvals. Yeah,
you got to stop. I mean, I guess the industry as a whole, you have to allow people to feel like they have the freedom to speak up and say something about something, because if they don't, then that's where you get these controversies. If someone's scared to say something because they're scared they're going to get fired, or it's going to stop them from getting a promotion, or whatever it is,
that's true.
That's something that needs to be addressed. So that kind of that sucks.
Speaking of that, because they're doing some layoffs, and we'll talk about that later.
We'll get back. We'll get into that in a little bit. So yeah, Henny, we didn't do nothing. Any pickups? I haven't picked up anything. I don't think. I was like, No, I didn't. Did I
No,
miss? Was
other
there
than
any
my
good
books.
sneaker drops this week?
Damn Jackie.
There's a lot of stuff coming. Jackie Robinson came out last week.
Yeah.
Last night I got a pair. Oddly enough, I got a pair of On running shoes.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys know about Walk Good.
Uh-uh.
So Walk Good, by this dude named Etienne. He has this health meditation. This black dude, he's Jamaican, and he's in LA. He does like these park situations where you get out and meditate and you do yoga in the park. And they have a studio in LA. And they did a collaboration with On for the Cloud 2.
Nice.
And it actually has like the Jamaican flag on there.
Nice.
It has like the Jamaican colors on the
that's
insole.
really
it's like the
cool.
color of sand. It's really dope. It's really,
On running, they've been on it.
Yeah,
Literally. They have been on it. Now they
Running?
Yeah, On running. They've always been around, but like they've been making more of a name for themselves. I feel like in the last couple of years, as far as like how they collaborate and how they activate, for sure. Like I've seen a big difference.
Yeah. It's more of it's not like they're collaborating with an athlete. It's more like they're collaborating with like a community.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's
that's
been like really heavy. Like lately, like a lot of people have been tapping into more of those like community based, like whether it's run clubs. I mean, we've seen Evelyn with like Hike Club and everything.
Oh yeah.
that she's doing,
Shout out to Evelyn for that with
Yeah.
her North Face
collab.
collaboration.
Yeah.
We've
Really
been
cute.
seeing like more of that, like being more within the communal aspect than like you said, like a specific
As they
athlete
should.
or
Yeah.
something. Which is, I mean,
It'd be dope. It's dope.
yeah,
Good
people
move.
fuck with it.
Are you still running every day?
No. I've fallen off hard. I need to get back on it though. I need to get back on it
I
because
feel it. Me too.
What's your favorite
feel like
running
I'm-
shoe?
I was running a lot in the Pegasus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Pegasus are
Love
nice.
Pegasus.
I was running in those quite a bit, and like when I was racing, I was wearing the Alpha Fly.
Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Isn't there a new Pegasus coming out?
yeah,
They're
41.
running.
Yeah.
Pegasus
Wow.
41
Paris,
is
right?
coming
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
I like that Newport looking colorway that just dropped. It's just kind of
didn't
nice.
see
It looked like a
those.
Newport cigarette pack. That's the colorway of
That's
it.
what you meant.
But they kind of it's a Pegasus. It just came out. It's fire though. They sitting on the app like they're really good. There's one of those
Sneakers
Nikes
app or the Nike app?
on the sneakers app. They sitting and because it's one of those things to me where like 3 or 4 years from now, like people will randomly want that shoe, but no one gives a fuck right now. Like when I think about the colorway, if you go to in stock,
yeah. The Pegasus are really comfortable, even if you're just,
right there,
Yeah, the Pegasus shoe is like it's mad comfortable.
that's a Newport colorway.
That is definitely.
But that's a fire ass Pegasus though.
Oh yeah.
I love go through the photos. I like the top of it.
yeah, the Pegasus.
I like the colorway.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, those are
Color designer 8 on that.
Honestly, it's really nice.
Those are fire.
Yeah, it's a good shoe. It's a comfortable shoe.
Yeah.
Too. Like I know a lot of people are riding the Vomero wave, but these are
Oh, yeah.
these are nice too.
Yes, they
Pegasus
are.
is
Peg
nice.
girl.
You say you're not a pet girl?
She said she is a peg girl.
Wait a minute.
She's a big peg girl.
That's what she
I'm
said.
dead.
They mad comfy though.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay.
I haven't
Anyways.
picked anything up, so I'm trying to think. But let's get into sneaker news. Drops upcoming. We're just putting it all under one now. We were trying to break it up for a minute, but it was
It's all the
getting
same
too complicated.
shit, to be
Okay.
honest.
But yeah, so Tyler Reddick, he won the Talladega race this past weekend in the Jordan car, the number 45. It was wrapped in that dope ass elephant print.
Yeah.
So
And I
clean.
think that was really cool. Is this, I want to say, was this the first time Jordan won that, or like took
think
first
so.
in like a race, or was it just Talladega specifically?
Talladega.
I think it's Talladega specifically.
Okay.
Like the Jordan team has won races before,
Okay.
Got
but I
it.
think this is the first win at Talladega.
At Talladega, okay.
Don't quote me on that. I look,
Yeah.
internet comment people.
Okay.
Y'all can confirm whether that's true or not. But I
Yeah,
think this
well,
is the
Somebody
first
will.
Talladega
Somebody
win.
will tell us.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I mean, I like now. I'm not super heavy into NASCAR. I like NASCAR. My dad raised me on NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt girl. So I think that's really cool. I like that, and I love the car. The car looks awesome.
so nice.
Yeah, the car looks dope.
like it a
It's
lot.
dope.
Like,
It's
I
like
think I
it's
spoke
really
that
cool
out.
just to see like the different interests that Jordan has and the impact and
Yeah.
influence that he has
Yeah.
in all of the different sports. So it's cool to see
Outside of sneakers.
that energy. Yeah, all the
Yeah.
stuff outside of basketball. Like, okay, he's into golf, he's into racing.
Yeah,
and
like-
you see like the soccer team.
He's really invested his money into good use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
into other sports.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love how the car number's 45, like classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
But yeah, I thought I showed Janelle this was like funny when he was like, "We're gonna get wasted on the plane," just so you know.
Sound like him.
That's
Good
so
old
funny.
Mike.
We're about to be wasted on the plane.
Yeah, like look, we getting sauce, y'all. I hope you're aware.
Talladega Nights. Jordan 4 SB returning in 2025. It's
navy color.
Yeah, I want them.
Was the picture that was shown was that color?
I don't think I think they're like mock-up pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, who knows what they look like? We don't know yet.
Close to it.
It's supposed to be navy. We know that.
Yeah. Well, I thought at first this military 4 was going to be that SB4.
Yeah.
But it's not. Has like the SB feel from what everyone's talking about, but it's not like an SB 4.
Yeah. The green ones that came out, they're like it's like the perfect Jordan 4.
So
good. Yeah, they're comfortable.
That shoe
they're
is
comfortable.
So
for a Jordan 4, they're comfortable.
It fits so good. It feels so good. The materials on it, that shoe is perfect.
Yeah, you never know how.
Yeah, it's a great.
You don't realize how uncomfortable regular 4s are.
Yeah.
Once you put that on, you're like, wait,
oh my god, this is how a shoe's supposed to feel.
Literally, I can't even imagine how playing basketball in regular 4s.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because
I mean, back then though, that was like the best you had though.
Yeah.
You know, when they first dropped, like you didn't have all the new tech and the zoom and all those.
It probably was comfortable at that.
So then back then, you was like, I'm cooking. You put these on?
Yeah.
You put these on, B?
Excited to see those. Yeah, 4s have been doing it a lot lately. Okay, am I saying this right? Is it Bode or Bode?
Bodie.
Okay, Bodie. Okay. Yeah. That's why I wasn't sure. Because I always say Brendan's name wrong. I be saying a lot of shit wrong.
I be saying his name wrong too.
At the end of the things.
Yeah. But we did talk about this release amongst ourselves in our group chat. We have all kinds of shit in here.
Do we?
The packaging.
The packaging is absolutely gorgeous.
Their collab with the Nike.
Yeah.
I
think these look really nice and clean.
What's the shoe called again? The silhouette. Go back.
Oh, it's the oh gosh, what is it? I forgot what it's called.
The screenshot.
It's an older shoe that is based
it's a football
shoe.
It's like an old football shoe. Right there.
Oh, this one.
Astro
Grabber. Interesting.
And this cream colorway is so nice.
Yeah.
I like both.
I like the cream on there. I think the details on this, it looks like a very good shoe. Like it's simple, but it looks like clean. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. How do you all feel about bringing back all of these old silhouettes? So you guys,
I'm here for it.
You're here for it?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think we've talked about it time and time again on here that so many things, I love Jordan 1s and I love Dunks. They're classics. They're a really good shoe, but it's so much of it has felt repetitive. So it's kind of nice and fresh to bring something in like this that's not the norm anymore.
Especially things that we weren't raised with, because we weren't raised with this.
So
I mean, this is 70s.
This is that
beginning of
silhouette,
Blue Ribbon Sports.
And I like that.
I like learning about new silhouettes that I didn't know about either. The history. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I really enjoy it. And that's what obviously that's what got me into shoes, is knowing the history about a lot of things.
So y'all gonna love when y'all finally go to DNA on campus, because when you go on to DNA, it's just another type of
Can't wait to go.
Because I believe they have the older versions of these shoes in I think it's the running section of DNA, because there's they break it down in different rooms or whatever. But man, you start to see literally all the DNA from all the shoes.
Because I feel you told us about this before.
Yeah, DNA, it's just another place on campus, and basically there's each room
deconstructed.
Yeah, Virgil has his own room now, for instance. So that's the newest room that got added to DNA, and basically it's everything he pulled from, things he's inspired from, stuff from the Louis show and stuff. But then there's a section where it's all running stuff, and how it began with running, and where Nike has went from Blue Ribbon Sports to that to what it is today, and people they collaborated with, and you know what I mean. It's just really cool. But these remind me of something that would be in DNA, next to the beginning of it, to tell the story, if that makes any sense. So I'm actually really excited about this collab. I think first of all, I like Bodie in general. It's not really in my price range, but I really enjoy that brand, and I think both these shoes are really fire.
Okay. So that's what it kind of, not necessarily quiet luxury, but it gives that semi luxury. Yeah, that's what it gives, and I like it. Are these little charms included?
They are. They are.
I think so.
Because these are cute.
There's charms on the other one too. They're just dark. They're little metal pieces.
Yeah, the little football. That's cute.
Well, shout out to Nike teams.
Yeah.
I really team. Did it again.
I would like to get my hand on a pair of these.
They're doing a good job. Shout out to Edgar too. Edgar's working on that. Edgar.
Nice.
Hi, Edgar.
What up, Egg?
I can't even say come on the pod because They can't.
I know.
Media training.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with that. Like, don't think it's just y'all. I fight the same fight y'all fight.
We're like, come on. Well, we can't talk about this, and this. And we're like,
I can't say the brand's name at all.
Can't talk about shoes. Can't talk. We're like,
what can you talk about?
Y'all were people before y'all started working there. You know.
Yeah, but it's a challenge. I get it. Because they don't want them to say certain things. Because if they say something working for the brand, people are going to take that as gospel.
That's why everyone's like bios. Like my opinions.
Views are my own.
Views
are my own.
You have to.
Views are my own, not of my employer.
Yeah, especially in the sneaker space, because y'all know sneaker media, and they will take anything and
and make anything of it.
Especially like the big blogs, they get a hold of something and they post it, and then everybody believes it's
it'll be like one line completely taken out of context from a whole conversation, and it's like people just focus on that one thing, and it's like that's not what was said though.
I mean, it's all a part of everybody trying to get engagement and try to get the numbers, trying to get those numbers up, and they risk telling bad information in that process, but it's just how it goes.
Yeah, very true. Okay, I've been seeing, shout out Monica Sauce. She had been posting her campaign that she did for Jordan Family Days,
That's really cute.
On the sneakers app, but I'm not gonna, or I don't know if it's on Nike or sneakers, but what is Jordan Family Days?
I think it's something new they're pushing.
Yeah.
Because it says something about, I went on the app and was reading it, and it says something about from.
Is it on sneakers app or was it on Nike?
No, I saw it on the actual Nike app. I saw it on the Nike app. And it says something about they're collaborating with people from content creators to athletes that are signed with the brand. And then I guess they're doing content and maybe even some activations upcoming. Like, I think it's something that they're just like, making a thing now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I know it's content creators and athletes, I believe.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's good for them to reach out.
I think the campaign was really cool, the pictures and everything that they took, and like Monica looked adorable.
Yeah, she looked really cute.
Shout out to Saucy.
Yeah.
It's sauce.
Also, what we didn't put on the thing that I wanted to bring up was the cult shoes that are coming out. That whole video that we saw that I sent to the group chat, the reverse duck camos coming back out.
Oh, that's right.
The cult classic.
Cult classic.
Cult classic. I did forget.
When you said cult, I was like, girl, what?
I thought if I said
what's going on?
I was talking about the linen Air Force One.
I don't know where this was going. Yeah, same.
They re-releasing the Kool-Aid shoes? That's what I was.
The Kool-Aid shoes. Shut the fuck up. Yo, you're like, what?
My face.
That's wild. That's wild.
No, we're not allowed to sell those.
Here with me, guys.
I'm dead.
No, shout outs to Robbie. He actually works for DNA. He's the head
Robbie
person
Digital.
and he is the person I think they have on the face of this. We were watching.
He's the one on the call.
On the call.
Yeah, on the call, which makes sense because he works in the vault. So
I think one of the cool ones, like the Air 180, is one of the things on there.
Oh,
I believe so. Yeah,
ultramarines.
That ultramarine color.
Yeah, but
That
those
one's
linens.
really nice.
Oh, I want those linens so bad. And they're only coming
the linens
out.
Are nice.
They're only coming out in neighborhood stores.
I think they're all of this is getting channeled through that network, which I think is
nice.
interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit of a reversal for Nike after they tried to do everything DTC.
Yeah.
So now they're realizing
Going back to the drawing board.
The value of those neighborhood stores and those small pop shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good move. It's a good move.
I think it is too. I think this was whoever's idea this was. Yeah, shout outs to you.
Yeah. It's a good reversal. The chase for profits, I feel like kind of backfired a little bit, and so now they're getting more into the culture of it all.
I would like to see this continue. I would like to see this.
About to say, I wonder
see
if
where this will evolve.
Gonna be something that they're gonna do again and bring back other stuff that we.
I would like to see if they're gonna activate with other stores and see if they're gonna bring like something to the mix as far as like when certain shoes do drop. Like, what are y'all gonna add to it? Yeah, since they're going through a neighborhood channel, like why would you not like activate with them and like see where they could chime in? I'm interested to see.
That should be cool.
Yeah, I just wish they would bring back like regular duck camos instead of reverse duck camos.
Maybe we'll get it later or something.
Maybe in the next run.
Maybe it's like a quarter thing. They're doing it like every different quarter. They might drop something. I don't know.
I liked what they started with though, because linen ones are very culty, very cult classics.
I'm done.
I feel like if you know, you know.
Very culty.
I've always loved those.
No, everyone likes that shoe for the most part.
They're fucking clean. But yeah.
That's the lady. That's the Bodie lady.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't been
those
on the
pants are
sneakers app
clean.
in a while. So I'm like.
Scroll up a little bit. Are those pajamas? Is that like a... down, sorry.
Oh.
Scrimmage jacket. Like it's a jacket and pants.
How much is she charging for this shit?
$380.
Wow.
Told you, Bodie's expensive.
That's kind of nice.
That is kind of nice. Bodie's expensive, though.
It's a crazy look.
Yeah.
It's a crazy look.
Back to the pants.
What about the pants? I bet the pants is like
me too. I like the pants.
$255. You were dead on.
God damn.
Like I would wear those pants.
Those are nice pants. Those are nice pants. I agree.
They kind of remind me not the pattern or anything. I don't know if you guys remember the Adidas Jeremy Scott pants.
Which ones?
I don't.
He had a pair of like track pants that had like gold and black. They were white, but they had like gold and black.
I feel like I've seen pictures of him in them.
I remember because there was a top that matched it too. I remember, and I believe he had wings on the back of that top, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see.
He also had some wing pants like that too.
Pants.
He used to play with them wings.
Adidas pants.
Adidas Jeremy Scott pants. They're wild. Let me see. I'm sure he's had a bunch of different pants, but
what are those Hibbett Sports ones?
I have a wild pair. I'm about to.
What the hell?
They're wild. They look crazy.
Probably have to go to images.
Yeah, not popping up. All right. Anyway, sorry. I don't want to derail the podcast.
There's a lot of. No, you're fine. We do this all the time.
This is what we be on.
Literally,
totally off. We'd be like, well,
like, let's bring it
30 minutes later.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What else is
These
on the
music note ones look.
Yeah,
crazy.
the music note ones look pretty similar. I can't find them.
It's okay. We'll
if you find them, send them, and then we'll post like a clip in the pod.
Put it into
That's crazy how much like he did with Adidas and shit.
People tend to forget how long he was with the brand.
Yeah,
he was with the brand for like almost 10 years.
We can. It's on the agenda to talk about because Sexy Red did sneaker shopping on Complex. It dropped today. And she was actually talking about how much she loved all the Jeremy Scott stuff that he did. And I think in the bottom of the Complex sneaker thing, it said like 2003 or 2000s, like he joined Adidas. Yeah. Like, so I didn't know that. I thought he was like later 2000s to 2010s.
Like the 2010s. Yeah. I mean, that's when it popped off. Like
that's when it popped off. Exactly.
Really started that's like, off, and that's when like everybody was really paying attention.
I personally hated all those shoes, but that just wasn't my style. They were just too loud for me. Like it's not. I was like, oh God, a teddy bear.
I was the actual spokesperson in my mind.
We've seen the pictures.
Yeah,
I was the spokesperson. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna send some.
She's like, no, you'll definitely.
I had one that went viral because he retweeted it and said that Miss Jones was a hottie with a body. I was like, thank you. 2011 Twitter, man. Different time.
What a time.
Different time
for sure.
Well, I guess we can get into the little layoffs a little bit then because Nike today, you were saying, Hen? Yeah, today. Well, I saw an article earlier this week on Twitter about Nike laying off about 700 plus employees.
Today. Yeah. It's supposed to be happening starting today.
Starting today, and I think it says before the end of June.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 740 employees is a lot.
But it's a lot, but I feel like it's
compared to like what they have, it's nothing, but it's still a lot.
I mean,
it's a lot to change people's lives.
Yeah,
as of May 31st last year, it said the company had about 83,000 employees. So
yeah, that's not.
But their plan is to reduce the workforce by 2%, which is crazy because the economy is just bad right now.
Yeah. And it's hard for people to get jobs, obviously.
You think? Yeah, I'm coming up on a year of being unemployed. I've never been, like, since I was 15, I've never not had a job. So this has, like, been really weird. Like, a whole year without a job. Like, what? Like, what is life? And then to think about all these people who are about to lose your job. Like, they in the same boat as me. Y'all niggas hiring? Like, the fuck? Like,
a lot of people competing
for
these jobs.
It's a lot of people. The pool is getting bigger for competition as far as, like, getting a job.
Yeah. It's crazy because a lot of people are doing layoffs, but no one's, like, really hiring. So it's like, it's just a lot of people without a lot of jobs right now. And when people are hiring, it's like one position, but like everyone's just like attacking for that position. So it's a weird pool right now.
This is more than just your skill set and who you know right now. It's actually taking some prayer because I'm telling you, like, I have pulled some names throughout this journey. None of them have got me anywhere. And I'm not even that girl to like ask for favors. Yeah. But let me tell you, when you get down like this, you like, shit, what we gonna do? So shout outs to those people at Nike praying for y'all. I'm sure y'all got y'all ducks in a row. Y'all got nice little stock and probably all saved up and shit. So probably go start an agency or something. That's my favorite thing to do is go start an agency. Leave the brand.
Got an agency right now.
Yeah. So I'm sure these people are going to be okay. But yeah, still prayers to you all. And
yeah, shout out to people losing their jobs. It's tough. It's a tough market.
It's still hard.
It's a tough market, and a lot of it is not their fault. It's a decision that are made above them, which is the part that
they had to pay Caitlin Clark's salary. They got $20 million, bro. So, you know.
I mean, which is crazy. We did talk about that, like the fact that they, you know, good for her. She got that deal. A lot of people have felt away. We talked about it last week. But I mean, Nike announced in December, USA Today said that the reductions are part of a 3-year plan to cut a $2 billion cost for Nike. And this is the first phase of that plan. And it's a 3-year plan. So, I mean, I don't feel like this is the first set of layoffs we're going to be seeing.
Oh, no.
And I
think they're trying to cut off on other things, too. I mean, like with the Air Force Ones and stuff being cut essentially.
The amount of product.
When they were trying to do that recycling thing. Not recycling thing.
The recycling program.
It was, right? Thing. Yeah. When they're trying to like resell.
That didn't last a long time.
Resell, but like a few months.
Yeah, it only lasted.
It was here and gone.
That's just about the shoe resale, and they're reselling old shoes.
Yeah. Like discounted
Wasn't
prices.
there like a site for that? There was a site.
There was a site. It was.
Yeah. And they stopped it.
I don't know. So I feel like people were returning fake shoes and trying to like.
That's what I was thinking.
Didn't we watch a video about that? Someone like bought like an Air Force One, had a fake Air Force One, and returned the fake Air Force Ones to get his money back from the real one.
And the employees don't know better. Yeah. They're not checking shoes. Like they're not legit checkers.
Required to do that, you know?
Yeah, they probably open the box, look, close it.
Like, oh yeah, like
cool.
You
got
the Air Force One. Yeah, is this the right size? Yeah, and then.
But I think it had to come from them for them to take it though. You couldn't go buy it at like a neighborhood store and then try to return it to that. I think it was like a direct to consumer thing. Like you bought it from their website or one of their stores.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't just be like a shoe. It had to be like within their like inventory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Well, shit, they about to get $8 million from Omni.
Omni.
Good luck.
In a Hellcat.
They getting sued. Another fake.
Another one bites the dust.
They all getting taken.
I honestly kind of forgot about his shoes for a minute.
I did too.
I forgot about him
until that popped up on the thing. I think
probably been laying low because of the lawsuit.
Yeah. I really forgot about that. Like the little, because is that the same as like Kai's?
He's
like the same little.
They had the same exact thing.
Okay.
Yes, it's stupid. He wanted to work with Kai at a point or something, and then Kai was like, "Nah, fuck you." And then he's like, "Well, fuck you too. I'm gonna do it myself, but do it better with the same shit." So then he did it, and then they was beefing. And then and now they both getting sued. I don't know what's going. Wait a minute, the Cool Kai shit. Whatever happened with his shit? Is it still happening?
It's probably still going through its legal battle. I bet you it is. He ain't getting let off. If they're not letting him off the hook, they ain't letting Kai off the hook.
I just feel like we haven't heard anything else about Kai's stuff.
Probably because he can't legally talk about it.
I mean, we haven't heard on the internet or nothing. Though. That's why I'm saying, like, is it like
still going on?
Do they gotta join another date?
I feel like it's definitely still ongoing because if this is just barely being
so he just waiting on his date basically.
Is he not still continuing to make shoes?
No, isn't he doing like some weed stuff?
He making ASIC shoes in backwoods.
Yeah, the ASICs now.
Now he stole from ASICs and he literally make backwoods.
Have you seen his?
I haven't seen his ASIC stuff. He kind of fell off my algorithm, so I don't see his stuff.
Let me see if I could.
He like trying to make an ASIC shoe.
Yeah,
and literal like backwoods.
Where's his ASIC? I'm dead. Is it on his page?
A lot of the problems with these guys is they're trying to. Wait, that's his shoe?
That's his shoe.
Exactly.
Like my guy.
So you got done stealing from Nike, so now you want to go steal from ASICs. Like, I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Why you show us your car and watch?
I'm dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
That's crazy.
You know,
like build your own shoe over
we got
there.
some St. Patty days. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But
the challenge with a lot of these guys is they're trying to to do too many.
That part.
It's one thing. It's one thing if you're doing like customs for people.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But when you try to take it and make it your own, that's when the challenge.
You over here trying to source factories and shit in China to like put out thousands of pair to sell at the pop up that we don't care
that's
about.
how you get on their radar. Like there's a, you can be. It's like in the influencer world, you can be like the super rich guy influencer, or you can be like the mid-level influencer that's still probably making over $1 million a year, but you just living life and being cool.
Yeah.
Versus trying to be like, oh no,
being loud,
I'm trying to be all loud and flashy. That changes the perception. I mean, again, be you, and if that's what you want to be, that's what you want to be. But know that there's repercussions to that, and then trying
you want to be loud, they gonna hear you.
Yeah,
what was it on American Gangster when he was like, I don't be wearing no flashy shit, and look what he wore, that fur fucking coat and got him caught.
Chinchilla do it to you all the
time. He is more than flashy in my eyes. Y'all already know how I feel about him.
But I mean, I feel like that is, like he said, like that is an issue. You're gonna bring more attention to yourself, and like the fact that he has to pay $8 million is crazy, because it's like I can't even imagine him.
Who represented him himself? Was he his own lawyer? Like what happened?
I imagine it probably could have been a lot worse than that.
Oh yeah,
because basically what Nike is suing him, saying one for copyright infringement and also for damages. So when Nike thinks of damages, they think of how much money have you made selling shoes
off of their likeness,
off of our designs. So that money technically belongs to
us. So everything that he's made has to get paid to them.
I mean, I'm sure they made some adjustments, and he probably had a lawyer, but it could have been worse than $8 million. I imagine. And then he has to worry about lawyer. That $8 million, we don't know if that's just $8 million for. Does that include Nike's lawyer's fees? Does that include his lawyer fees, the court charges, all of those things? So it's a lot of things, and I'm surprised that number actually got out. To be fair,
me too,
because usually that's something that they would do under wraps and just be like, it'd be like a confidentiality agreement that that he lost, and he's like, I can't make like something like that. They would probably be like, okay, you're going to pay us this much money, and you're going to stop selling the shoes. Yeah, and sometimes there's even an admission of guilt. But if he's fighting against that or fighting against any of those things, that number can be adjusted and go up or down. So, unfortunately, that's the situation he finds himself in. And, he hopefully, he can appeal right now. He doesn't have to pay that $8 million now. He can appeal and try to fight that and try to get that down or get it lowered.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If it's $8 million, I would imagine that he's done really well for himself selling.
That's exactly the thing. Like, damn, how much of these were you really selling?
Yeah.
Like, people were eating these shits up.
What the fuck? I know, I haven't seen.
But I mean, that's also a result of the lack of access to things.
That is very true.
Part of it is not to make excuses for them, but there's only a market for that because everything else was so hard to get.
I mean, we talked about that before. That's why people buy the
fakes. It allowed a market to spring up.
I mean, you know what? He probably did make that kind of money, because think about it. All this shit started really popping off during the pandemic, and that's when we had them free bands sent to us, and people was just spending and spending and spending. Yeah. And that's when him and Kai were really at their height. Like, everyone knew who they were, and they were popping up at like different places during the pandemic in different cities selling these shoes. People like lining up and shit, reselling their shoes. So, I mean, it makes sense.
So going back on like what happened with the Cool Kai thing. So this against Ami, it said started in November 2022, finally has come to an end. The Cool Kai, they took legal action against him in August 2023. So it has not even been that long for Kai.
See, it says designer Cool Kai for violating the Air Jordan. But those parties agreed to a confidential settlement.
So they did.
I read that wrong.
It's over then. So
I read that wrong.
I wonder what he had to agree to.
So the Kai situation is totally different.
Yeah. Ooh, confidential settlement.
Damn, I wonder how much he had to pay.
Yeah, like Omni, they can't sell Jordan 1 or Nike Dunk lookalikes moving forward. And I would imagine there's something similar for Kai. Or, maybe they work it out with them and they become consultants.
I was gonna say that would be a crazy turn of events. Coco, get over here.
But a lot of, please don't. You guys see a lot of. You often see creatives on the internet becoming consultants for larger brands, and are their ideas being aped by larger brands? So I could see something like this.
I mean, I'm good off that,
especially depending on how you approach it as well. Like for Kai and Omni, it depends on how they were both super arrogant about it originally when things first
still
happened. And so I'm sure through the lawyer process and being aware of exactly what you can and cannot do, that can adjust and change how your perspective on things. So we'll see.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not. You better not go in there. Fuck every time. God. I'm not a fan of the shoes, but there's clearly a huge demographic for them. So crazy. Moving on, though. So that was all for that we had for sneaker news so far, but we want to get to know you more.
Yeah.
We do.
It's time. So you let the people know who you are, but like, what is it that you do specifically at this current moment? Because I mean, it feels like it's it's throughout time.
So I make videos on the internet.
You gotta be specific on what videos right now because.
I mean, my main focus right now is sneakers and golf.
Yeah,
those are the two things that are like the primary focuses of my content. I originally started making content about sneakers, got into golf over the years, and so that has entered the creative process as well. So I do a lot around that. I have a show with a PGA Tour called The Cut. Comes on. It actually comes on Mondays at 4.
Today.
That'll be on the Golf Channel. And then the sneaker stuff, doing unboxings, and then I have a show called Hard Pass where I kind of just talk about golf in a more daily show kind of way. Just really kind of discussing opinions and things about golf. But yeah, just trying to make the most of the opportunities that I have and share the information and share the love and joy that I get out of sneakers and golf, because to me that's really what it's about. I was always told like people will be interested in things that you're interested in, but you have to be interested in them. That's how you find your audience. And like sneakers is something that I'm super interested in. Golf is something that I'm super interested in, and so I've been able to talk to both of those audiences, which is great, and try to bring them together.
Yeah, the intersectionality.
Which is hard. It's hard because it's not.
Which is surprising because I mean, for most people, like with Michael Jordan and sneakers and stuff, like he was into golf, so you think that would it'd be more of a thing there. Like
there's golf.
You would think there would be more crossover, but it's
exactly.
It's not the Michael Jordan people that are the hard ones to get to convince.
It's the golf.
It's the hard golf people.
That makes sense because they're not the ones. They don't want to see the sneakers and those type of people or whoever it brings along. That's true.
Y'all seen Who's My Caddy? Yep.
What?
You ever seen Who's My Caddy?
Yeah.
Who's your caddy? Who's my caddy? Yeah. Who's your caddy?
Golf.
It's like a black golf. It's a black film, really.
Golf. That makes sense.
But
y'all putting me on.
Oh, who was it? Big Boy. It was about him.
You know what? I do remember this now. I do remember this.
Because his dad was like a caddy for so long, and then it was like all him and his black crew coming to like this white,
really
like white like club and stuff, and like
I remember
shaking shit up. It was just so fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean it's a different. The golf world is very traditional in their stance on things. And so it's hard to kind of break through and get them to see the benefits of like mixing those cultures. But I think that right now we're in a really good space because hip hop athletes, skaters and stuff like that, they're starting to play golf now. A lot of them are playing golf now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, I always say like they're bringing their sensibilities into the golf world. So if you skate, you're already against traditional.
Right.
That's not your world at all.
Yeah.
Hip hop, you came from whatever background.
Right. Schoolboy Q.
Right. And like they're able to bring and like mix those worlds.
True.
There is a piece and there is a finding yourself part of golf, I think, which is like a lot of these athletes love, because in golf it's just you. It's your fault. No, really.
You had to take it. Oh my God.
Like legit. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
In golf. And so like
That's true.
there's a personal responsibility to the sport that you don't necessarily have in other sports. In basketball, I can pass you the ball.
Yeah,
you missed the
team
shot.
effort.
You missed the shot kind of thing. Where in golf it's like it's
all
just
you.
Right.
It's you and your clubs.
You. So it helps you kind of find yourself and center yourself in a way. But there's also room to bring in the sensibilities of like the people that we fuck with on the regular, you know what I mean? The styles that we fuck with on the regular, and bringing that onto the golf course. As long as you're not taking away from the sport, I feel like sneakers and this culture, hip hop and the athletes can add to the culture. Like we're not trying to change golf. We're just trying to widen the aperture, so to speak, to make it broader.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
I've got to say, I love the way that you pivot a lot of your content all the time throughout the years, honestly. I've been watching you for years, you know. But I know you've also started in music.
Yes.
And then obviously majority know you now for creating sneaker content, but then now getting into like golf stuff because that's what you're into now. And I feel the same trying to do the same with like sneakers and like all my fandoms that I'm into as well. I've always looked up to you, you know.
I've always harassed you enough to do stuff. We won't get into that. But
not today, please.
I'll be ready to kick her ass. But no. I mean, I think this is for anyone. Like, if there's things that you're into, create from that perspective. Like, I was into sneakers, and so I brought the things that I loved into the world of sneakers. Like, I wanted to do unboxings with multiple cameras and make it look really cinematic and very clear in HD and shoot B-roll all nice and pretty because that's just the kind of things that I was into. So when I started doing that back in the day, no one was doing that.
Right.
Now it's a thing that everybody. But you know, when I first started doing it, it kind of introduced it to the world. But those were the things that I was into. So everybody, I've always, whatever it is you're into, bring that into your world because there's an audience out there that loves the things just like you love the things. So whatever, if that's Prada loafers for you, Prada loafer gangs, jazz band, or if it's weed, or if it's, I'm just saying, if that's the thing, like whatever your personality is, like I always tell people, create what you want to see.
Yeah. Because your content has never really felt like trendy. And I think that's one of the things we see with a lot of people will jump into trends and shoot a certain way or want to jump on something. And it looks cool for a minute, but it fizzles out because it doesn't have that organic.
Well, honestly, for a time, that's what a lot of sneaker YouTube was. It was the skits and making these like crazy, weird, like,
or just doing the most like out of pocket shit with your sneakers,
you know,
and
eating cereal out of your shoes and shit like that.
I mean, and that, you know, and no disrespect to them, if that's how they feel they need to cook, let them cook. Let them cook that way. That's just not the lane for me. That's just not the lane that I chose. Some, you know, a lot of people make a lot of money doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
So like, I'm not here to shit on them at all. Like, if that's the way you need to cook. That's just not my angle. I don't feel like I need to do that in order for my audience to respond to me. And as a result of that, I may not have as large of an audience as some other people, or have the. I'm just saying. I may not have as large, or I may not have the engagement that some of them have. But at the same time, I would say take some of that stuff and find your creative space in that. So if the weird thing is something that you're into, maybe you like being funny. So now that gives you an opportunity to really show that difference of who you are. It's like when you're talking about sneakers, like I can really be funny and talk about sneakers at the same time. And now this trend is allowing me an avenue to get there. So use those as opportunities to kind of find your own creative space.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of openings in the sneaker community and sneaker space,
especially for women.
Yeah, especially for women,
for sure.
Especially women of color. Women of color, they have great opportunities in this sneaker world.
This is how we talk.
It's like even like you going back on like being funny. Like Henny is fucking hilarious, and people see glimpses of it here, but it's like I don't think like you put it out there on like content wise, and you really haven't been creating content. You've kind of been in a different space lately, and we all know that. But I think that is something like that could honestly work for.
Thank you. He's doing a lot.
He's doing yoga.
I'm here.
Y'all let him cook. Leave him alone.
The video, the camera will focus on him and blur us.
So when it's time for us to do the reel, you'll be like this, and it'll be like really.
Get out of the way. He'll be stretching, his butthole will be in the camera. We're like, okay.
Come here, pretty.
And then we won't be in focus. No, look at, oh my God.
He's doing yoga. But yeah, so like what year did you start your YouTube?
I started it, I started doing it myself in 2013. That's when I really started doing sneaker content on my own in 2013. But I think I had my channel like in 2008, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just to have it.
Just to have
the channel.
Were you putting like music stuff on there?
Yeah, it was mostly like music stuff back then.
Is this still on there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the first stuff I did was like, I have a music video that I did. I think that's I don't know what else. I don't remember what else. I don't remember. I just know I do have a music. I know I do have a music video there, and like that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
So like, I'm super into music. I still love music to this day. Like hip hop, rap, like writing lyrics, making beats. That's something that I love. That I've always loved to do. So like, I would do like sneaker parody songs when that meant during that like parody music period that like Instagram and YouTube and all those were going through. Like I did sneaker parody songs just because I was super.
Yeah, keep them.
I love it. Like I was super into it. So I did a couple sneaker parody songs that are on my YouTube channel. But that's just part of.
So like, did the parody songs? I'm taking this back because I discovered this morning because I was like, I've known you for a while and like not everything you've done, but I was like, I googled you this morning and it was like rapper, music, this, that, and I was like, rapper, and then it
she was
popped
like,
up.
This is not the same person.
I was like,
let me put
wrong
sneaker.
guy. So when it popped up, it said that you were in a movie.
Yeah.
Is it Walk Hard?
Walk Hard. Yeah.
Yes, the Dewey Cox story, which is a parody film.
Yes.
Which is really hilarious. And what was the rapper's name on there?
His name was Lil Nutsack.
Oh my god!
I watched some of this video and I was dying. I was like, oh my god,
that shit was jokes.
It was so
was
funny.
jokes.
And when I kind of looked it up too, I know during 2020 we're on Complex Sneaker Podcast and they asked about it.
Yeah,
then too.
yeah.
How did that even come about? Like,
so I was a rapper in my former life.
Nice.
And like I did an album, all that. I did all that stuff. I was signed to a record deal, at publishing, all that kind of stuff. I did a lot of songs for like music and TV.
Okay.
So that's where like that's where a lot of the work was coming from, and as a result of that, and as a result of that, I got the opportunity to write a song for the movie. The movie was coming out, and there's like, we have this scene where we have this rapper that's doing this really like raunchy version of Dewey Cox's song "Walk Hard," which was in the movie.
Okay.
Which was like his big hit, and so I was playing a rapper that kind of sampled his song, and so I was supposed to just write the song. So I wrote the song, and they ended up liking the song. Super raunchy. If you have children around, please don't
play it for the kids.
Don't play it
based off
around.
the name.
Yeah. And so they ended up asking me, like, hey, do you want to play the rapper in the movie as well? And of course I was like, yeah, of course I'll play the rapper. And so that's how that all came about.
That's really cool. That's funny. Do you not, I don't want to say regret because I don't feel like it's a regret, but do you kind of look back at it like, damn, like?
No, it was fun for me. The weirdest thing though was like going to see the movie with like my family.
Oh my god!
Don't mind this all I'm acting.
You didn't tell them beforehand.
I mean, I kind of gave them an idea, but it's like I can be like it's a really raunchy song for the movie Mom, and it's funny. It's supposed to be funny and really crazy,
Right.
And like you can say that,
Right.
But then when they see it and they hear the lyrics, because like it wasn't like I was like, hey, Auntie, hear the lyrics to this song. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, Mom, hear the lyrics to the song. It wasn't that kind of thing. So when they saw it in the movie, it was just like, okay, all right. So, but I mean, it was fun. It was fun for me. It was fun writing the song because it took me out of my zone as far as like I would never write a song like that.
Yeah.
And so I had to look at it as just like acting. It's like, okay, I'm acting and I'm writing this as what would this rapper say kind of thing.
Okay, that's I
it's
like
super
it.
raunchy. Again, if you have kids around, don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. It's not the best song to listen to.
I mean, that was a really long time ago. I mean, I think it was like the movie came out in 2008.
2007,
Yeah.
2008.
So it was a long time
you
ago.
made your YouTube. Look at that.
Yeah. It was wild days.
I love that.
How do you kind of stay inspired by like all the content that you make? Because you make so much.
Yeah. I keep it. You got to keep it going. One, I think part of it is that I love it. Like I love to create. And so that part of me, I don't think is ever going to die. Even before I was creating content on the internet, like I had a camera and I was like taking photos and stuff like that, just because that creative part of me. And I think that's where the music came from. Like the creative part was always just something there. And I've gotten to the point now, and I shouldn't say I've gotten to the point, I'm better about it now, where I don't feel precious about anything that I create. Because
it's not personal.
Yeah, because it'll stop me from creating. If I get precious about something, then I won't create. and I'll feel like, oh,
Talk
what
about
is X gonna think? What is Y gonna think? How are people gonna look at me if I do this? Or is this something that I can talk about? Like what, so I have to get out of that, because if I do that, then I'll never create anything. So I think that's where the inspiration comes from. It's just like, I get an idea and I just make it and I put it out.
Just act on it. Yeah.
Just don't think about it after.
Because the thing with me when it comes to creating, I feel like it leads you to other things.
Yeah.
Because if you never actually create something, then that energy for that creation never gets out into the world. And so you can't build off of that.
That'll
energy.
Get those opportunities.
Yeah.
That creates opportunity when you act on it.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
When you're in this business that we're all in, like if you don't create, you can't make any money. Like that's part of it. That's part, like even like this podcast. Like if you guys would have never created this podcast, you wouldn't have the opportunities that you have now. You wouldn't be doing the deals that you're doing now, doing the things that you're doing now. You could have had the same idea, sent it to the same brand, and said, "Hey, this is what we think we could do with you guys, or this is what I think we could do with you guys." And they're gonna go, "Let me see what are you doing?" And if they don't see you doing anything, how are they gonna know that this is something that you can actually follow through on?
Yeah.
Yeah. The content, like keeping up with the content, sometimes it feels like a lot, but I think it's just the consistency of it. And I feel like that's something that we've had to learn on our own, is like we just have to be consistent with it and have fun with it.
Yeah. And don't be afraid. Like I know, this generation, they feel like comments mean more to them than some of the older generations. You can't let that determine who or what you are. I mean, think about like, there's plenty of actors that have been destroyed because of bad movies that they've done.
Man.
But they come back and they keep working and they do the next movie. I mean, Will Smith is a perfect example. That what's the name of the movie? The cowboy movie that he did, Wild West. Was it Wild West?
Oh yeah, Wild West.
Wild West.
Jim West, Desperado.
Like they destroyed that movie. Like the critics.
It was a great movie. I love that movie.
Like,
who didn't like what?
Academy Award winner in my book.
That's funny. But like that movie didn't. The critics panned that movie, but you still keep cooking.
Yeah.
Like okay, all right, y'all didn't like that one.
Got it.
I got more work to do.
Got something else for you.
Yeah, it just means I got more work to do. So you can't let the comments, because there's always going to be people that don't agree with you or agree with your perspective or don't like what you're doing. But you can't allow that.
Ain't that the truth?
To shape what you create, because then you're robbing yourself of the joy that you make, or the joy that you get from creating.
Yeah, because we get a lot of crazy comments.
All the time. All the time.
We get crazy feedback, but you know what? Fuck those.
We have YouTube videos dedicated to how much people hate us. Like, so
we do, and are still relevant now.
Yeah, but and we keep going.
Energy. Use it as energy.
We
like,
keep going.
Okay, I'll just keep creating. Cool. You don't, because honestly, you don't have to watch.
We don't.
Yeah, that's what
we don't have to subscribe. We don't have to subscribe. You're right.
But the real, to be frank, keep watching. Hate watch as much as you want, because all that does is make things better for me.
Yeah, that's what I've said when we got that whole YouTube shit. I was like, it's making our subscribers go up. And our numbers going up. I was like, okay, go ahead.
Nothing but good came from it, to be honest.
People would literally tune in every week just to hate, like to leave hate comments. And I'm like, you literally are waiting for these episodes to drop just to write something mean. Like, you're insane.
Yeah, and just like,
you're just as much of a fan.
Just let, cook. Go ahead, do your thing. That's if you don't like it, great. You want to hate watch, because all that does is help me. There's TMZ is a hate system.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I mean, they're doing more positive stories now, but for the most part, they thrive.
Yeah,
they thrive on all that shit.
They thrive.
All that shit, all that media blog shit.
And we love mess. If we're gonna be frank,
as people,
we do. We subscribe.
As people, we love mess.
It makes us feel better about our messy lives.
Yeah. Yes,
like, at least I'm not going through that.
At least I'm not doing that. Like, I might have killed somebody, but at least I ain't killing dogs. You know what I mean? Like, you try to feel bad. Like, what? No.
I wasn't on the yacht with Diddy.
Yeah. But I murdered 3 people.
Oh my God.
I feel better about that now.
Damn.
Speaking of mess then, when you started doing your, like, can I see your collection videos that were starting to pop off, and then Nice Kicks?
Mm-hmm.
Nice Kicks came up and started doing their own thing. Did you feel a way about that?
I did.
I know the community did.
Yeah,
I did.
We were all like,
everybody said,
what the fuck?
and he's
I
still
did.
Yeah.
I did. And I guess to be frank about the whole thing, I felt a way about it, but I knew it was coming. I had talked to Matt. So Matt is the guy that runs Nice Kicks, or the owner of Nice Kicks. And before any of my episodes came out, I asked him to do one while we were both in Portland. So I asked him to do one because I had this idea.
That's fucked up.
Hold on. But during that conversation, he was like, "This reminds me of something," and one of his employees had brought up the same idea a couple of months earlier. So I was like, "Okay, cool."
Where's the proof at? Did he have the proof?
Kenny's like, "Give me the fucking receipt."
He showed me a text message of his.
I need the tape, nigga.
I feel terrible. I can't think of the kid's name. The kid that works for Nice Kicks. He does their social media stuff.
Got it.
Jesus, what's his name?
Shout out to that young man.
Apologies that I don't. Yeah, apologies. I don't remember your name.
I'm horrible with names.
I'm just slipping my mind right now. I guess the bigger issue is like once mine came out, it's fine. They did it. It was fine. The bigger issue, I guess, was more of we can both be inspired from the same place. I don't mind.
Absolutely.
I don't mind us both being inspired by the same thing. We're both inspired by this guy named Caleb Simpson. He does it on TikTok. He does apartments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He does apartments in New York, and that's where I got the idea from. That's where he got the idea from. I guess the thing was, it was more of the similarities.
Yeah, the format
in the content.
Yeah,
like the questions, the way that it was approached. There were certain things that I did in my version that Caleb didn't even do in his. That I was like,
you knew it was specific
was specific to mine, and versions of those showed up in the Nice Kick versions of it. So again, not mad that they did the series because that was going to happen. I mean, we were inspired from the same place. You know, everybody. There's different versions of complex sneaker shopping. Like there's YouTube people that do that. Like there's always going to be versions of it. Are people inspired from the same place? It was just like those certain nuances of things that I did that and questions that I asked specifically that I knew was like really tailored to what I wanted to do and my vision of it. Yeah. That I saw popping up in their version. And that's what I took issue with. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they can do what they want. Like I have no hard feelings against them. I have no hard feelings against the guy that's doing it. Yeah. Like I honestly I wish him the best. I got a little out of pocket. I called him a kiddo, which I apologize to him for that because I was wrong. I shouldn't have called him out his name. That's my fault. I should have been bigger than that. I shouldn't have called him out his name. But I wish him the best. Like keep doing your thing, keep cooking. Like I'm doing what I'm doing. You guys are doing what I'm doing. If they serve as inspiration, so be it. Like I can't control that. And there's nothing that I can do to change that. So do what you're doing. Keep doing it. Honestly, I wish you the best. I haven't seen him in person. I saw him in person at a Harden thing, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him because I wanted to be the bigger person to be like, look, I apologize for calling you out of your name. I shouldn't have called you out of your name. That was wrong on my part. And I'll do that when I see him in person again. But yeah, they do
You're
their
such
thing.
a bigger person. You
are.
Yeah, I mean it's not like there's no point in me giving it any energy.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? It doesn't help me. It doesn't help them. Me talking about it only gives them more ammo. Gives them more ammo or highlights what they're doing. And so I just try to ignore it. Like I get comments on their videos all the time. People leave comments asking me like, yo, is this your thing, Cousteau? And like I was going back and answering them because I did feel a certain kind of way about it. But I had to, not me. But I had to remove myself from that.
I feel you. Because
it's not helpful. It's not helpful and it doesn't do me anything.
It's not doing anything good for anyone. Yeah.
Okay. You be staying out the drama too.
Yeah.
You do.
It's not, I mean,
I wouldn't call specifically like drama, but like
I'm not.
No one ever becomes for you.
I'm not out. I'm not out. I mean, that's what it is. I'm not out, and I just like I'm so focused on trying to build this little bit of a platform that I have.
Not a little bit.
That
the humbleness is crazy.
I'm just saying. Right. I'm so focused on trying to build the platform that I have that I just can't focus on that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't reward me in any way.
That part.
And I would recommend the same thing to you guys. Like stay out of it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. Yeah. It's not helpful. Like it's cool to sit around and talk about that kind of stuff, but like when it comes to your work and like the public facing aspects of that.
Yeah.
Like there's no benefit to you for that unless that's what you want to be known for.
Yeah.
And there are people in the sneaker world
Facts.
that want to be that's,
build their brand on that.
They build their brand on that.
On the mess.
And and that's their choice. That's what they want to do. If the messy thing is where you want to be the messy side of things. I just choose to stay outside of that because I wholeheartedly agree with the concept of when you argue with fools that people from a distance can't tell who is who.
Right. True.
That's very true.
But yeah, we've definitely learned our lesson on that.
Yeah,
too.
I still
we definitely have learned our lesson.
Last week, I be typing stuff out, and I'm like, delete.
No, we have progressed a lot.
We definitely have.
We've progressed.
Absolutely.
I feel like some things we do really be like defensive about, and I feel like you just need to say something, But no, we've definitely got a lot better.
We've definitely gotten a lot better.
And that's good. That's
good.
good. And I would recommend because like it doesn't help you.
It doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
The little bit of YouTube drama in the beginning, like we got like subs
Well, even
and
when
views
what's
off
his
of
name
it,
posted our reel from last week.
ATAF or something.
ATAF. I don't know
Yeah.
what is that?
I don't have no idea.
It's his name is I think KO. He's from Atlanta.
What is his
Oh,
name?
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's like
But he reposted. But he inspired our main topic last week. So we gave him credit to that when I posted the reel. So then he reposted on his page. But then there was like a lot of men talking about us, saying that obviously we don't know what we're talking about. And then someone had said like, I'm not listening to these women, and
somebody literally said like, I'm not listening to no opinion on sneakers from women. Like not even like I was like, that's just straight misogynistic.
Yeah, like you just can't you can't give that any energy.
That's literally I was like,
the thing is like you can't give that energy.
No,
like
that
you're
you can't.
You're letting them take your energy.
Yeah.
That's literally them taking your you letting them take your energy.
Yeah.
Like your energy is better spent elsewhere. I don't know. I don't even know how else to explain that to you guys.
no, we get it.
No, we get it.
Because it's like
we get it.
Because at this point we've been doing this for like a little minute now, and like it's just repetitive at that point. Like trying to defend ourselves, trying to say the same things, or people like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, how long have you been at this? Like, none of us need to explain to anybody like why our opinion about sneakers is relevant. Like the same way your opinion about us you feel is relevant. Like it goes both ways. So I agree. Like there's the energy part.
We've also dealt with this like since we've been into shoes anyways too. So like we've always heard it, and it is hard to vent ourselves like every single time someone thinks that we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, when half of the time like we know more than them.
Like these are literally the
y'all
men
probably
that,
know. I'll be fair. Y'all probably know more than I do. Y'all probably know more than I do.
No way.
No, but I'm saying, and that's not. And like I can't.
Damn, that's a think piece.
Exactly.
What the fuck? I did not even see that.
That wasn't anything mean towards
like,
us though.
Oh, okay.
But like a lot of that stuff, that's why I say. That's why I try to stay out of the comments. I rarely read comments on my posts.
I don't read our YouTube comments anymore. I quit going on our YouTube.
I do.
Yeah, I can't tell you last time I read a YouTube comment.
Well, I gotta take care of all of that, so I do.
You're the main
So I
one on
reply to
YouTube.
some of them, like the good ones.
Yeah, I mean reply to some of them, but you can't you take the good with the bad. Bad. Don't value those good comments any more than you value those bad comments.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like they have to have the same value for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So whatever you invest in the good, invest in the bad.
Yeah. I think it's like what you mentioned earlier, just like about the comment thing too. Like don't ride off. Like I know you just kind of said it, but the comments aren't everything. Like it's just
and your energy is precious.
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
Control your energy and who you give your energy to. Like you wouldn't give it's real. You wouldn't give your energy. You wouldn't give your energy to someone you're in a relationship with if you didn't want to be in a relationship with them.
Right.
Anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No matter what they say, they can be mad, angry, or whatever. But at some point, you're like, I'm done. Like that's it. Like we're good. So treat these comments the same way. And these people that are, they don't know what they're talking about. Okay.
Exactly. Yep.
like okay.
Okay.
We'll
right.
show you.
You got it. And you ain't even got to say okay.
Just like it. No,
Just
not
keep
even.
Just keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You value your time is more valuable than what they're saying to you.
100%.
Thanks for that. Speaking of your videos about watching or seeing people's collections, is there like a favorite you've done so far?
Probably Coop. Aaron Cooper, the designer from Nike. He was one. I think he was actually the first one that I did.
From Jordan, right?
Yeah,
Black
from Nike. No, from Nike. He was from Nike. He did
okay, never mind. I'm thinking about Coop from Jordan. His name is Aaron Cooper. So that's why I was like,
yeah. So it was Coop. So Aaron Cooper. He just had this really like small, minimal.
Yes,
collection.
I do. It was like in his small little.
Small little closet.
And that one was really cool.
And he's like, I'm not. It was interesting because he's like, as sneaker people, we all think that if you have anything to do with sneakers, that you love sneakers just the way that we love sneakers. Yeah. But he's like, I'm a designer first.
Right.
And he's like, the second thing was I wasn't designing shoes for me. I was designing shoes for other people. So the stuff that I was designing, not that I didn't like it, but it just wasn't something that I personally
have in my collection.
And so his collection were just things that he liked. And so I just thought that was really super cool and super unique. And it really told like the story of, you don't need a 1,000 sneakers.
You really don't.
To be cool, or 100 sneakers to be cool. You can have 10. And as long as you're secure in who you are in your story, then that's what matters, and that's what people will resonate with.
See, I want to be a minimalist so bad.
And you can be. You can be.
I know.
Like the problem with sneakers is there's something new coming out every week, and we always feel like, oh, we need this, we need this, we need that, and we don't.
We definitely don't. Not right now. Not the way. Too much.
The way the prices are right now.
No,
inflation.
Even more than prices. We shouldn't even talk about prices. It should be like
the quality.
What do you really like?
Yeah.
What do you really like? And think about the things that you have in your closet that you liked in that moment, but you don't really fuck with now.
No, yeah, absolutely.
No, that's a big thing, especially as we get older. Because even like with me not having a job this last year, because like before I would always just buy whatever I thought I liked, like just because I always worked in stores and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's in my face a lot. Yeah. So I get to look at stuff a lot. But now that like I'm not in that space looking at the stuff, one, and then two, having the money that I usually had to like just spend on sneakers, I think about 2023 what I copped, and I didn't cop that much, but everything I copped I love though.
Yeah,
I love it all that I got last year,
and that's key.
Yeah, and I think this is the first time in my life where I bought like not that many sneakers, but like I really liked everything I got though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, because even last year was hard for me too. So everything that I was able to obtain, like everything I was able to obtain, like I fuck with because me and you have let a lot of stuff go that obviously didn't hold a lot of value to us, and you really see that when you are like down and out, but also it's just like kind of eye opening that like this shit is just shoes at the end of the day as well.
It really is.
Shoes.
It is just shoes, but it's nice to have those sentimental things attached to your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like having 500 pairs of sneakers isn't the flex that people think it is.
It
isn't.
It's too much and it's overwhelming, and I am consistently overwhelmed. I don't think I have quite 500, but I have a room full of fucking shoes.
Yeah.
Just shoes. Fritzy, get out of the way. Come on. Go do that over there.
Yeah.
Try to be great.
Why? You were not like this last week.
Come
here.
Just want to embarrass us.
I know.
It's crazy.
Lost my train of thought.
He's not trying to embarrass y'all. He's just happy to be here. He just happy to be in the building. That's all.
But okay, so have you minimalized your collection?
So I have and I haven't. So part of the reason why I have so many sneakers is because sneakers is my job.
Yeah.
Like if sneakers wasn't my job, I'd probably have like maybe 40, 30 pair of sneakers, I think.
Because before you were even like, this was your job, you still liked shoes.
I still like shoes. Yeah. So like, even like now, I could probably consistently wear maybe 15 to 20 of the probably 700,000 pair of sneakers that I have. But I mean, that's just part. Like I'll rotate stuff in and out, but for the most part, there's just a few that I wear consistently.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that's in my mind, it's like, okay, these are the sneakers that I would wear.
Yeah.
Right now, sneakers are more of like their set decoration.
True.
Oh,
More than
for
anything.
your room.
For my studio right now. They're more set decoration than anything else. Like, cause I there's sneakers on the wall, like behind me in the videos, that I probably haven't worn in 10 years. And they're just sitting there. But again, it's my job. And I know if someone sees that shoe back there, it almost helps with the aura of who Jacques Slade is.
Yeah. Every sneaker can tell a story for sure.
Do you have a personal grail? Yeah. Do you have a shoe?
I think the only grail that I've ever really had was was Bread Jordan 11s. I think that was like the only like grail that I was like.
Any type of bread or like a specific year?
2001.
Anyone really? I mean they're
shoe.
so similar, but like that was like the shoe for me. That and probably Converse Chuck Taylors.
Nice.
Just because when I was young, I used to always see like celebrities wearing like Converse Chuck Taylor, like they wear them on the red carpet, or like the rock concerts, like the rock guys would have them on when they would be performing in Chuck Taylors. And so I always thought like that was like the like superstar shoe. And you know, it's like, cause like they always, I guess I didn't think about that, but yeah, no pun intended. But yeah, so like it was all Chuck Taylors and then Jordan 11s were like the shoe that I was like, oh, okay, like that's the coolest shoe in the world.
Right.
Like, and Converse Chuck Taylors are probably at the top as far as like as coolest shoe in the world, just because of what they represented to me.
Yeah.
One, like, you know, the thugs and gangsters in my community had them because like, you know, that's kind of when you're young, that's kind of who you look at. Yeah. And that's who you look up to because like they're the rich guys. They have the cool cars and you know, they step out and they got on long socks and a pair of Chucks and you're like, oh shit, like that's the vibe. The girls want them. It's like that kind of.
I love.
Look,
that's the Pacoima lifestyle, you know.
But like that, like, you know, that was the thing. And like when you grew up, that makes an impression on you. You know that okay, these are the guys. These are the guys that dress. They wear this, and that's the ones that the girls want. Like they have the cool cars, and they driving down the street with the super loud systems, and they got the low riders, and like that's who you think. You know, it was between them and then like the basketball players, like you know, those are the other guys in the community that you kind of looked up to because the things that they had are the things that I wanted. So that's kind of how my world was shaped.
Nice. Well, I gotta say, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you guys for having me on.
This was this conversation.
Yeah, it was fun.
This was fun. Y'all wild, but it was fun.
We were actually really good this time too.
We were.
Oh, really? This is good.
This is good.
I feel like we were on our best behavior.
I'm not drinking or nothing. Like, I'm being really good.
I just can't wait to hear the intros after this episode.
Oh
I want to see what the intros are going to be like.
Okay. Have you ever done a podcast with like a female-led pod? Female host, excuse me.
That's a great question.
I know you do a lot.
I'm not
talking.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't recall, but I mean, I've done interviews with women before, but I don't know if there's ever been a podcast. I think it's been like for like news stations and stuff like that, or for like long, like stuff like that. But I don't think this is the first women-led podcast I think I've been on, and I'm sure someone's gonna be like, "You did my podcast."
You don't remember?
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I apologize if I have. But I mean, I've been doing this since 2009, basically. I've been doing sneaker content. So what's that? Almost 15 years. I think it was 15 years last month, like a day. Yeah, because I put a reminder in my calendar. I put a reminder in my calendar because I'll just forget. So I mean, you know, I love it, and you know, I'm happy that the community still appreciates me enough to still let me cook inside this space. So you know,
hell yeah, we
try to keep it going.
Vibes.
Are you able to tell us what's next? What's coming up?
Anything exciting?
What's next? I mean, honestly, I don't have anything planned for what's next.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, the golf stuff, I always want to continue growing in that space. I think I'm going to actually get back into sneakers more. Like I had kind of like eased up a little bit on the sneaker I was still doing sneaker content, but I wasn't doing as many unboxings and stuff like that. So I want to get back into that just because I feel like there's a place for my voice, and we'll see how the audience responds to that. But then I guess one of the benefits of doing this creative thing, and you guys will get to this point as well, is when you do this creative stuff and you become successful in it, you really start to realize like I can really do whatever I want. I can really get to whatever place and create whatever I want. And so that's kind of where I am. I feel like I'm in a space where like if I want to do it, I know that me working hard will get me there.
Yeah, and like you've literally proved that time and time again as you've transitioned from music to sneakers to golf to this to that, and you've succeeded at all of it. So.
Yeah,
and I would say the same for you guys. Like, just continue grinding, and you'll see. Like, you'll get that spirit.
We trying.
I'll stop harassing certain people on this podcast about doing things.
Okay, another quick question: do you record and edit everything yourself too?
No. I record everything myself. I have an editor that I work with now. Nice. I've been working with him for probably 5-6 years now.
Nice. Yeah.
But I mean, he doesn't edit everything. I edit some stuff as well. But
you were over here editing earlier.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the job. Yeah. So yeah, like I still edit, but I definitely have someone to help me. His name is Preezy. He helps me. Shout out Preezy. Yeah, he helps me do a lot, and like I don't even write all this stuff anymore. I have a guy that helps me write stuff now.
That's really dope.
Juan Martinez, aka Easyville. He helps me. He helps me write just because I can't keep up with all the things,
so much
stuff that I'm doing, and then trying to do stuff in the golf world.
You guys used to work at Kicks on Fire.
Yeah, Juan used to work at Kicks on Fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Juan's but now he helps me write. Like Hard Pass is pretty much his thing now. Like it's kind of in his hands, and he puts the show together. We'll talk during the week and like give each other ideas of like, okay, let's talk about this, or let's talk about this, or let's talk about that, and like this is my opinion on it. And he's like, okay, well, he'll give me like a rebuttal about what he thinks about it, and then he'll just go away and he'll put the show together, and then we get back on Thursdays, and then we record it, and
dope,
put it out.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love the help.
Yeah, it's a very, very collaborative effort, and you guys will get there too. Like,
that's the next.
At some point, it's hard to do it all on your own.
I know, because that's literally we've been doing it on our own. Janelle edits for us.
Man,
we make it happen though.
That's the way to do it. I mean, you got to learn it. You have to learn how to do it all yourself. That way, you appreciate when someone else is doing it for you. Yeah, when you don't have to do it, you don't appreciate like the work that it takes. I can't wait to hand over the
editing to someone. You don't know how appreciative I will be.
I can't wait till we're in a studio and these dogs will quit driving me crazy. I can't wait to go to a studio and leave these two at home.
Wow.
They drive me crazy.
We're gonna fix that. We'll fix that. We just got to get you some cameras. And that way you can lock focus. And you don't have to worry about the dog.
I know the lock focus. Fucking dogs.
That'll make all the difference in the world. Once you're able to lock focus, then everything else.
That's what we need.
Yeah, we do. But yes, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
This was so good.
Giving us some insight.
Yeah. Glad to be here. I was glad to be
Monday
here.
with us.
I'd also like to say that Jacques knows my dad.
I do.
She was telling us that earlier. We were like, what the heck?
Small world.
I remember when you were on a Disney Plus with a what's his name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, yeah. When you were doing sneakers and stuff, my dad was like, "Isn't this?" I was like, "Yeah, you know him." It's like, you know.
Her dad, FYI, her dad can ball. Well, I don't know if he still balls, but
he definitely does it.
But he got game. He used to have game. He used to ball us up.
Hey now,
nice.
Yeah, he ain't no joke. He was no joke on the court.
I love that. Okay, well, let the people know where they can find you, your YouTube, your Instagram, and everything else.
It's all under Cousteau, Kustoo, or just search Jacques Slade and all the places: Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, AKX, YouTube, Bumble, Farmer's Wife, all the places.
You heard it here
Christians
first.
Mingle.
Yeah, Christian.
I'm done.
Christian Mingle.
I am done.
Yeah, Black people meet.
Black people meet.
Yeah, I'm on all the places. Grindr, all the places. We everywhere.
Dating app at this point,
right?
Oh, I'm sure somebody's tried.
Someone's working on it as we're talking about this.
Someone's tried.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was a pretty long episode.
It is.
Yeah, good stuff.
And if you're still here, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Sneaky Link Pod.
Follow them.
YouTube.
Stop
Sneaky
playing.
Link Podcast.
You heard them.
Apple's Podcast and Spotify. Sneaky Link Pod.
Yeah.
Bam. And this is yet another episode of Sneaky Link Podcast.
Sneaky Link Pod.
Bye. Bye, guys.